Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be providing a longer term market analysis update for Chainlink. We're going to talk about this very key range that Chainlink has been consolidating in for over the last few months, some levels of support and resistance on the weekly here, and we're also going to talk about Chainlink's performance with respect to Bitcoin by looking at the LINKBTC ratio and what I really want to see unfold and develop with this chart into the next few months to be bullish on Chainlink. So if you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, by the way, I will leave a link to my Twitter page in the description below. Feel free to go ahead and check that out as well. I am fairly active over there with crypto content. So Chainlink has been consolidating in this range with the support right around $5.60 and the resistance right around $9. And we've been consolidating within this range ever since entering it right here in the beginning of May. So that represents a period of consolidation of around 33 weeks. So it's a very long period of time to be spent within these two levels. So when we do eventually get some sort of breakout and resolution to this consolidation, that will mark a very significant move is coming in either direction, whether we're breaking below the support at $5.60 or breaking above the resistance right around $9. Now, if we're unable to hold this range and we start to break down, the next levels I will be watching out for as strong support are going to be the highs from back here in 2019, right around $4.50. And then beyond that, this level of support right around $3.35. Now, we certainly don't have to make it down to these targets, and that is only if we start to break out from this range. So just as an illustration, that would look something like this, where we're starting to come back down, flip that into resistance. Then in that case, then we would look to that level of support. Again, the 2019 highs, big resistance back here in the accumulation of the last bull market. And then eventually when we broke out above that level, you can see we really just kicked off the rate of change of this bull market move, giving us that confidence, again, breaking out above huge resistance. So now that we're above it, we come back down. I would expect strong support to be held for buyers coming into this level. Again, we certainly don't have to go to this level, but if we're breaking down below the range, below the support that held on the last few months of consolidation, that's what we'd look to. Now, in terms of resistance, what we can look to is these two weekly moving averages, the 20 SMA and the 21 EMA. That is going to be these red and green lines. And that has been very strong resistance throughout this entire bear market. In fact, that's where we just rejected off of the last few weeks, right around this zone at $7.60. So if instead of getting that breakdown below the range, we start to have a pretty strong and convincing bounce off of this, then we can look to that level as our resistance. And from there, if we can break out above that, then we're going to look to the range highs again around $9. So that's what we'll be watching for on the Link USD pair for the weekly. Now I do want to talk about the Chainlink Bitcoin ratio and what I really want to see unfold with this chart into the next few months. So the Chainlink Bitcoin ratio has been in a pretty significant downtrend ever since this peak from back in the DeFi summer, August of 2020. If I were just to extend out that downtrend, you can see we've been forming some pretty consistent lower highs and have rejected every few months off of this pretty arbitrary trend line. And we really just want to see this trend start to break where we're no longer forming this lower high, lower low structure. So into the next few months, if we start to have a move back down and we're coming back down below the 20-week average, we're starting to roll over from here. I really want to see for Chainlink to start to have some support at some higher valuations where we're coming back down to print a higher low. So that would look something like this, where if we do get that decline into the next few months, we would have some sort of support holding and then eventually pivoting off of that to form a new higher low, reversing this longer term downtrend and giving us a little bit more confidence of breaking this downtrend structure and ultimately forming some sort of new trend where we don't see those lower highs, we don't see those lower lows, and we actually have some support holding at some valuations that were higher than the previous lows. And I do want to look at the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio as what I would consider a pretty amazing example of a longer term downtrend reversal, pretty textbook as far as bonds are concerned, where you had this very significant downtrend. Any way you slice it, there was lower highs, lower lows, and we eventually came back down to form some sort of support with a double bottom, and then we started to reverse from there, printing those higher lows, printing those higher highs, and giving us that confidence of reversing this trend. So that's really just what I want to see with Chainlink into the next few months, where again, if we do come back down, look for a higher low, or even if we come back down all the way, some sort of double bottom, and then from there looking to print some sort of higher high, taking out whatever sort of local high we formed in this zone. And this move coming back down, whether we get a higher low or a double bottom, if we get that structure to unfold, this is what I would consider a great accumulation opportunity with a very defined stop loss, which is if we're taking out these lows from back here set in May on a move coming back down, breaking below this, that is sort of where this trend gets invalidated, and we would just see a continuation of that bear market where, again, if we're unable to hold this level as support and we're starting to flip this, then we would look for some sort of continuation down, and we would look for the same pattern in just a few months delayed after that. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on into the next few months for Chainlink. I hope you guys enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, make sure to check out my Twitter page. I will leave a link to that in the description below. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.